Good afternoon. Welcome to Spring Convocation 2023. A special welcome to the family and friends of our graduates who have come here to celebrate this great accomplishment. This is our largest ceremony of the week, and I can really feel the energy in the room. We acknowledge that we gather today on Treaty 6 territory in the traditional homeland of the Métis. We pay our respects to the First Nations and Métis ancestors of this place, and we reaffirm our relationship with one another. I would ask that everyone please stand as you are able for the honor song and the arrival of the Chancellor's Platform Party and our graduates. Thank you to our drum group, the Buffalo Boys, who have been with us for many years at Convocation. Today they performed our graduate entry song. Would you please remain standing as we join our vocalists, Fallon Baptiste, in the singing of O Canada in English, French, and Cree. And following, Brandy Turan will sing the Métis National Anthem.
Ka Canada, ni gina ni taskinan. Sagito win ki chawasti misak carton brase porti le pays il se porti la croix dans l'histoire est une épopée. Ici brume exploit. God keep our land glorious and free. Ka Canada nini painan kiauche. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
In the forest, on the river, and across the western plain, as the white man journeyed westward to the land of the Indian, a new race was created, a new nation rose up strong. Hardship as its destiny, and is cursed to not belong. In the land from which they came, in the land they helped to build, they found themselves the alien, found their vision unfulfilled. And despite their valiant effort to defend what they believed, when at last the battle ended, they were only left to grieve. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. For the newest generation and the future ones to come, with the past to motivate us, it will help to keep us strong. As we build the Métis nation, as we watch it rise again, our past losses motivation to inspire our future gain. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian. We are proud to be Métis, watch our nation rise again. Never more forgotten people, we're the true Canadian.
Thank you. You may be seated. Well, once again, welcome to everybody here today on this wonderful day of celebration. There is no happier moment in the year for a university than Convocation time, and I'm glad that we can all be here together today. My name is Julian Demkew. I am the University Secretary and Chief Governance Officer at the University of Saskatchewan, and one of the best parts of my job is the privilege to assist in emceeing the proceedings today and to be a part of this important day. Before we get started, On behalf of our eminent Chancellor, I have the honor of introducing to you the members of our platform party that you see before you today. Beginning with the front row on my left, your right, Ali Bear, Vice Chief, Federation of Sovereign Indigenous Nations. Adam McInnes, President, Métis Nation, Sask Local 126. Linda Young, Knowledge Keeper. Roland Duquette, Elder. The Honorable Gordon Wyatt, Minister of Advanced Education. Peter Stoichev, President and Vice Chancellor. Grit Bequeath, Chancellor. The Honorable Rosalie Abella, Honorary Degree Recipient. I'll allow it. Arini, Provost and Vice President Academic. Baljit Singh, Vice President Research. Cheryl Hamlin, Vice President University Relations. And in our second row, Russell Eisinger, Vice Provost Teaching, Learning, Student Experience, and University Registrar. Patty McDougall, Deputy Provost. Angela Jaime, Vice Provost, Indigenous Engagement. Tamara Buchwald, Senator, University of Saskatchewan. Alana Ross, MLA, Prince Albert, Northcote. Beryl Radcliffe, University of Saskatchewan Retirees Association Representative. Gerald Farthing, Associate Dean, St. Thomas More College. Vincent Torresyap, Associate Dean, Academic, Dentistry. Tamara Lari, Associate Dean, Academic, College of Law. Lynn Jansen, Associate Dean, Distributed Nursing, Education, College of Nursing. Mary Ellen Lebrec, Associate Dean, Academic, College of Nursing. Adam Baxter Jones, Associate Provost, Health. Marilyn Betts, Vice Dean, Faculty Engagement, College of Medicine. Keith Willoughby, Dean, Edwards School of Business. Debbie Burston, Dean, College of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies. Selena Richter, Dean, College of Nursing. Walter Sakura, Dean, College of Dentistry. Martin Phillipson, Dean, College of Law. And in our third row, Ken Howland, Orator. Reggie Yamiche, Orator. Dave Minch, Orator. And Raman Mohammadi, Graduate Students Association, Vice President, Finance and Operations. And behind them, and I'd ask them to stand, members of the faculty of the University of Saskatchewan. I would ask that you join me in expressing to all the faculty, administration, and members of our governing bodies and community our thanks and support for our graduates. I'd like to invite our President and Vice Chancellor, Peter Stoichev, up to the podium to address the graduates.
Thank you, Julian, and good afternoon, everybody. What a packed house it is today. Eminent Chancellor, graduates and families, honored guests, I thank the many people who are here today to be part of this moment in the University of Saskatchewan's history. And it is a historical moment. Every convocation is a part of our history. Every graduate who crosses this stage is the part of the history of this university, and I'm so proud to be part of a convocation ceremony that recognizes the graduates from dentistry, from nursing, and from law. At this time in our history, in the wake of a pandemic that highlighted the imperatives of good health and the consequences of not having it, the colleges of nursing and dentistry, their leaders, their faculty, their staff, their students are at the center of what is important for us all today. And our College of Law is at the center of the world's greatest challenges of today, the journey toward social justice and the precariousness of human rights. These colleges, students, faculty, staff, leaders, and alumni are making all the difference in this province and far beyond it in these great tests of ingenuity, vision, and expertise. I want to particularly acknowledge here today our convocation elder Roland Duquette, residential school survivor, who has been on this stage for countless convocation ceremonies stretching back many years. Thank you, Elder Duquette, for being here. Our knowledge keeper, Linda Young, Ali Bear, Vice Chief of the FSIN, Adam McInnes, President of the Métis Nation Saskatchewan Local 126, These are people and their colleagues, knowledge keepers, elders, community leaders who have helped this university on its great journey toward reconciliation, and we would not be pointed in the right direction if it weren't for all the guidance, support, and vision that we receive from them. I want to also acknowledge the Honorable Gordon Wyant, Minister of Advanced Education. We have a wonderful advanced education minister in Gordon, who of course is a graduate of our College of Law. And this is, I think, the fourth convocation ceremony that he has been at this week. So thank you, Minister Wyant, for all that you do for the province and for the post-secondary education sector. And Alana Ross, MLA Prince Albert Northcote, thank you very much for being here as well. This is the second convocation ceremony today that she has been in attendance at. Our HD recipient, Justice Rosalie Abella, you'll be hearing from her shortly. Thank you very much for being here and for accepting in advance this honorary degree. It's a huge privilege for us to be able to bestow the highest honor that this university can on anybody to you today. I want to thank the many faculty on the stage who are the core of the university. They have been leaders and mentors, teachers, supporters for all of you who are graduating today, and we know that we owe them a huge vote of thanks. And a big shout out to all the supporters of the graduates here today, the families, the friends, the loved ones, the high school teachers, because none of you achieve anything this big without a lot of help along the way. Congratulations, of course, to the students who are here today, many of whom began your studies at this university. Think about it, in the midst of the pandemic, a lot of it online, and who endured that gracefully and so resiliently. And it paid off, because here you are celebrating this milestone in your lives. Your hard work and your perseverance have brought us together today in Merlis Belcher Place for this convocation ceremony, and everyone here acknowledges and thanks you for that. And I want to also thank the parents who are here today. Many of you helped encourage, probably cajole, certainly pay for your kids to go to university. I know it's an emotional experience for you today. My wife is here today. Our kids crossed a convocation stage a few years ago, and there were a lot of mixed emotions. I remember thinking, just last week you were learning how to walk, and now you're walking across this stage to get your degree. It's a very moving experience for parents and for family members. There's a mixture of satisfaction, of pride, maybe a bit of relief, and it's wonderful that you are all here supporting everybody who is going to be walking across this stage today. We're also here because this university has brought us together. A university is a wonderful thing. It's not to be taken for granted. We're lucky in this country to have the universities that we have. We're lucky to have the University of Saskatchewan, so well supported by all of you. We're fortunate. It's not to be taken for granted. Universities are crucial to the ongoing conversation we call democracy. We're so fortunate to be in Canada and to have the freedoms that we have. Given the world that we're in now, where it's difficult to separate out what's true and what's not true, where our future depends on knowledge and on the correct use of it, where research, and we're a very research-intensive institution, where research depends on knowledge and the correct use of it, where not only free speech but informed speech are critical to our humanity. Universities are needed more than they have ever been, and the University of Saskatchewan is needed more than it has ever been. It's why we say that we govern ourselves not on the basis of what we want to be, but what the world needs us to be. And what all of you crossing this stage today, strengthened with the University of Saskatchewan degree, go on to do in your lives will matter immensely to our collective future. It's a great privilege to have a university education, and with that privilege, of course, comes real responsibility. We need you to go out and make the world a better place than it is right now. And if you don't make the world a better place, who is going to do it? We need you to be thoughtful, educated, compassionate, and humane leaders. Our world really needs them now. Our world depends on finding them now. And some of the country's most formative political leaders got their degrees here. First Nations chiefs and vice chiefs, many Métis leaders, a prime minister, 9 premiers of this province and other provinces in Canada, many lieutenant governors of Saskatchewan and of other provinces, many Canadian ambassadors to countries around the world, Supreme Court justices. We need you to become groundbreaking researchers who change how we understand our world. Many who have gone on to do that have graduated from here in law, in nursing, in dentistry. And people who wanted to do that have come here because we provided a great place to do it. Researchers from around the world have been coming to this university for decades because of our commitment to excellence, and as a result, we've become a global talent magnet. One of those was Gerhard Herzberg, who escaped Darmstadt in Germany in 1933. His wife was Jewish. The Nazi occupation was rising. This university was the only university that gave him an academic home. And he went on for 10 years here as a faculty member in arts and science in the Department of Physics to do all of the fundamental research that led to him receiving the Nobel Prize in 1971 in chemistry. Many of you are taking photographs at the top of the bowl in front of the big building there where the flowers are arranged, and there's a big plaque behind you. That is Nobel Plaza, which is in part dedicated to Gerhard Herzberg. We need you to help find cures for cancer and many other health challenges, and people at this university have been at the forefront of doing that. Some of you will know that we are the home of the cobalt-60 radiation therapy that revolutionized cancer treatment in 1951 and saved the lives of millions of cancer patients around the world. Our former chancellor and Lieutenant Governor Sylvia Fedorik worked on it when she was a graduate student here, and the precision of that machine was what made it the first machine to successfully treat cancer patients back in 1951. The casing for it was made by the small Acme Machine and Electric Company just a couple of miles from here on Idlewild Drive. It's a great Saskatoon and Saskatchewan story. We need you to be great athletes and coaches, and graduates of this university have been among them. Curling champion Sandra Schmerler, wrestler Natasha Fox, NHL coaches Mike Babcock and Dave King were here, and many other student athletes who went on to coach in the NHL and in other professional sports. We'll be hosting the National University Women's Hockey Championships right here next March of 2024. And that history of excellence is why we have Merlis Belcher Place, and we're able to collect today for this wonderful convocation ceremony. We need every one of you in your own way to help ensure peace, and there are many roads to that great goal. A couple of days ago, June 6th, was the 79th anniversary of D-Day, and I'm reminded of the 2,500 U of S students, faculty, and staff who enlisted in the Second World War, 202 of whom never returned. Ensuring that democracy prevails, fragile and embattled as it can be, is another route to that goal, and that too is where we need all of you to fight for the most important freedoms that the invasion of Ukraine proves cannot be taken for granted, and to do this by understanding the difference between truth and its imposters. That's what a university education can do for all of us. The real and lasting victories are those of peace and not of war. We need all of you to help ensure the world does not suffer from another pandemic. Science has done what was asked of it to create vaccines in less than a year. That was the culmination of a lot of sacrifice, a lot of hard work, and a lot of fundamental research over many decades. and our researchers have played a big role in that. But there's a role for everybody, not just scientists, to prevent the next one. If the pandemic revealed anything, it's that humanity's future depends on evidence and data-based truths being widely circulated and widely understood. High infection and mortality rates resulted from widespread misunderstanding, frequent misinformation, frequent skepticism of information, and a rejection, often, of verified scientific truths. That's why the degrees you have worked so hard to earn in dentistry, in nursing, and in law could not be more timely and could not be more important. The University of Saskatchewan underlines that difference between truth and its opposite every day, in the classroom, in the lab, in the performance halls, and on the sports fields. All of you who graduate from here today will go on to influence a world whose future depends on understanding that difference between what's true and what's not true, and on acting upon it. This university has accepted that challenge. That's what everyone on this stage has been committed to. And we need all of you to continue to accept that challenge as you move beyond the university with your degree in hand. We need you also to go on to promote social justice, helping the country understand how the freedoms we have are extraordinary, foundational to our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, and deserving of respect. What you go on to influence will be the difference maker to our collective futures. If ever there was a need for your expertise, it's right now, so that you can help to lead public opinion and not just to follow it. The University of Saskatchewan degree that you have worked so hard to receive today has tremendous value. Many employers tell me that when they see an application from a University of Saskatchewan graduate, it gets special attention because the quality of the university is so high, because of its graduates' work ethic that's part of our prairie roots, and because you're problem solvers. And we need you soon to solve problems that we can't even imagine today. I was saying that at a convocation ceremony 3 to 4 years ago when the pandemic wasn't even a blip on the radar. We need you soon to be solving problems that we can't even imagine today. Saskatchewan's future will depend on it. The world's future is going to depend on it. And this underscores the critical importance of investing in higher education and the fact that we are a crucial part of the province's future success. We're in a province with the natural resources, think about it, that are second to none in this country, with almost half of Canada's field crop land, 30% of the world's potash supplies when the world needs food, the highest grade uranium in the world when we need clean energy options, more than 10% of the world's rare earth minerals, vast tracts of forest, fresh water, huge strength in oil and gas, how to be innovative and sustainable and moreover responsible with these natural resources for the benefit of all is Saskatchewan's great challenge, and this university is playing a role in meeting it. As one of Canada's top-ranked research universities, the University of Saskatchewan ensures that this province stays ahead of the innovation curve. Without our kind of research and teaching, there is little innovation, and without innovation, we all have a diminished future. We have the largest scientific infrastructure of any university in this country. We have an enviable strength in law, nursing, dentistry, medicine, pharmacy and nutrition, kinesiology, business, the humanities, social sciences, fine arts. That list goes on and on. We're supported by world-class researchers and students from around the world. As recently as 2 decades ago, the majority of our graduates left the province, and now the majority stay here because they have opportunities for employment and for leading prosperous and meaningful lives. So now, more than ever before, we all need people with degrees like yours, from a university like yours, to help build a more sustainable world, a more equitable world, a healthier world, a more compassionate world, a world with the courage to embrace diversity and togetherness simultaneously. And I'm proud that we now have students from over 130 countries attending the University of Saskatchewan, and many of those countries are represented by graduates here today. I know there are some parents here from Kenya and from India, just as an example of how far away people have come to be here today. The world also needs us to be a university that responds to the work of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. And I'm grateful that the university is seen in this country as a participant, not a bystander, in building reconciliation. We're at a time when the country faces the greatest cultural opportunity of its history. Being the university the world needs today means committing to reconciliation. Canada's future depends on our Indigenous youth making this world a better place in ways that only they know how, and a university has to play its role in enabling that to happen. It will take a strategic mixture of patience and impatience, and it is going to take time. But as our first president, Walter Murray, wrote to a friend in 1908 when he was taking the train out here to begin his work at this university, we are building for centuries. The University of Saskatchewan is a great experiment in human culture, a place where we learn to be humble servants of a democratic society and respectful critics of it. None of you know exactly where you're headed. That's okay. You're stronger than you might think you are. Stay among those who see the greatness in you. Surround yourself with those who see the greatness in you. Take the journey, take the risks, find the passion, make a positive difference to a world that needs you now. And think of what you've achieved to get here today. You've taken a huge step. Your hard work has paid off. It could take a month, it could take part of a lifetime, but it will pay off. It's a great privilege to have a university education, and with that privilege comes great responsibility. But the best thing that you can do for the world is make the most of yourself. Be the best version of yourself that there is, not the second-rate version of somebody else. Walk out of here telling the world who you are. Thank you in advance on behalf of everyone here for taking up this tremendous and timely challenge, and I congratulate you on today's milestone in your lives. Thank you.
Thank you, President Stoichev. Each convocation cycle, the University of Saskatchewan Senate chooses a select few individuals to receive the highest honor our institution can bestow, an honorary degree. When we organize these ceremonies, we often ask who would be the right person to introduce the honorary degree recipient. But as soon as we knew Justice Abella was confirmed, it took about 10 seconds for our president to use his presidential prerogative to say, "Look no further." So with that, I would like to call up our President and Vice Chancellor Peter Stoichev to introduce this ceremony's recipient, the Honorable Rosalie Abella.
Thank you, Julian. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of our Senate, I present to you the Honorable Rosalie Silberman Abella. Justice Abella is one of the most influential and groundbreaking Supreme Court justices this country has ever known. Her decades-long judicial career devoted to the advancement of justice, equity, and human dignity has significantly shaped Canadian law and society. Justice Abella was born in a post-war displaced persons camp in Germany to Jewish parents who had survived Nazi concentration camps. The family came to Canada as refugees in 1950. After studying classical piano at a high level at the Royal Conservatory of Music, she embarked on a legal career, graduating with a law degree from the University of Toronto in 1970. She practiced civil and criminal litigation until 1976, when she was appointed to the Ontario Family Court. She was 29, the youngest judge in Canadian history. From 1983 to 84, From 1983 to 1984, she led a one-person Federal Royal Commission on Equality in Employment, known as the Abella Commission. She coined the term and concept of employment equity to describe programs of positive remedy for discrimination in the Canadian workplace. Her report provided a groundbreaking strategy for reducing barriers in employment faced by women, visible minorities, people with disabilities, and Indigenous peoples, groups that comprise almost 2/3 of Canada's population. Justice Abella's report shaped federal law, resulting in the Federal Employment Equity Act of 1986. And her findings also fostered and supported efforts by provincial, territorial, and municipal governments, as well as some private employers, to eliminate discrimination in the workplace. Theories of equality and discrimination developed in her report were adopted in 1989 in the Supreme Court of Canada's first decision regarding equality rights under the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. The concepts were also adopted by the governments of New Zealand, Northern Ireland, and South Africa. In 2004, Justice Abella was appointed to the Supreme Court of Canada, becoming the first Jewish woman and the first refugee to sit on the Supreme Court bench. Justice Abella played a key role as a providing Supreme Court justice in the 2016 Daniels case, which represented huge progress for the constitutional rights of Canada's Métis people. For many Métis people, the judgment is seen as a first step in reconciliation. A highly respected authority on constitutional law and human rights law, her contributions to legal thought have been recognized around the world, and she has received many honors. She has chaired or has been a member of numerous boards, commissions, and tribunals related to equity and human rights. Justice Abella retired in 2021 after 17 years on the federal bench, and she now teaches law at Harvard University, the first Canadian jurist to be appointed to a chair at Harvard's law school. She believes equality is not about treating everyone equally, it is about accommodating differences and creating a playing field that is the same for everyone. Justice Abella has also been an inspiring mentor for many students, and I know students here as well, lawyers and human rights advocates across this country, including at the University of Saskatchewan, where she has given guest lectures. And in addition to her brilliant intellect, she is known, as you will see, for her warmth, generous spirit, and passion for justice. Her countless judgments are suffused with her humanity. Eminent Chancellor, I present the Honorable Rosalie Silberman Abella and ask that you confer upon her the Honorary Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
This is hard not to get choked. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of the province, and with the consent of the Senate of this university, I confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto. I'll give you a hug. Thank you.
Take a few pictures. Yeah. You can't get enough pictures. It's my privilege to invite the Honorable Dr. Abella to the podium.
Thank you. Thank you all. I want to start with the families. As President Stoichev noted, there are so many friends and family here today who are just bursting with pride and enthusiasm. Can I please invite all of you to stand up and give these graduates the standing ovation they deserve? And graduates, you couldn't have done it without them, so why don't you give them a standing ovation? Family and friends. Well, what an incredible honor to be graduating with all of you this afternoon. And how lucky that we're graduating under the magic of the incomparable Peter Stoichev, supported in all things by his wife, the indispensable Catherine Warden. President Stoichev is a brilliant polymath, part literary scholar, part musician, part statesman, and all fueled by a passion for a humane universe in which justice flourishes for everyone. This commitment to passionate justice that you've heard in his speech makes him irresistible to a lawyer like me, because it recognizes that justice, not just law, is the transcendent goal if we want a fair society. And it not only belongs to everyone, everyone has a duty to protect and promote it, but especially lawyers. I know there's a lot going on out there that's troubling and frightening. And like many people, I worry about backsliding. But today is a day for celebration and hope. So let me tell you why I'm so hopeful and so grateful to Canada for how far we've come. I admit that we still have a lot to do, and smugness should never be on the national agenda. But let's focus today on why we've earned the right to feel proud of Canada's justice journey so far, and why we need to cherish the ever-increasing Canadian trajectory towards more and more inclusion, fairness, and social justice, so that the next generation can look backwards and forward with the same pride and hope we feel today. As you heard, I graduated in 1970 from law school. In the decades since, I've watched justice grow up in Canada. We got official bilingualism and multiculturalism, gave persons with disabilities protected status in human rights codes, entered into serious dialogue with Indigenous people, welcomed waves of non-white immigrants, abolished the matrimonial property regime that for centuries had kept wives on an economic continuum that ranged from invisible to inconsolable, and watched women ponder competing visions of security as they made the transition to a world with options. And then, with the Charter of Rights and Freedoms in 1982, we constitutionalized the protection of rights, gave independent judges the authority to enforce them, and introduced the public to a new, uniquely Canadian justice vision. We went from being respectfully and deferentially colonial to being singularly and spectacularly independent. And now we are the world's greatest justice exporter. Having had the benefit of watching more mature democracies work their way through the conceptual challenges of modern governance, we thanked them for their example and proceeded to carve out our own unique vision, one that started where they left off, then soared into new territory. And how majestically we soared, parting company with the past and developing a robust new justice consensus that's the envy of the Western world. Where for others, pluralism and diversity are fragmenting magnets, for Canada, they are unifying. Where for others, assimilation is the social goal, for us, it represents the inequitable obliteration of the identities that define us. Where for others, treating everyone the same is the dominant governing principle, for us, it takes its place alongside the principle that treating everyone the same can result in ignoring the differences that need to be respected if we are to be a truly inclusive society. Integration based on difference, equality based on inclusion despite difference, and compassion based on respect and fairness. These are the principles that form the moral code of our national values, the values that make us the most successful practitioners of multiculturalism in the world, the values your generation has inherited, and the values whose integrity your generation's vigilant protection requires. I took and take none of this for granted. Why? 100,000 displaced persons and refugees landed at Pier 21 in Halifax after the Second World War. I was one of them. My parents had married in Poland on September the 3rd, 1939, the day World War II officially started. They spent most of the war in concentration camps. Their 2-year-old son and my father's entire family were killed. Miraculously, they both survived and ended up in Stuttgart, Germany after the war, where my father, a lawyer, taught himself English and was appointed legal counsel for displaced persons in Southwest Germany by the Americans. In 1946, shortly after my parents were liberated, I was born on July the 1st. After years of trying to get into Canada, we finally got permission. We arrived on May the 30th, 1950, as Jewish refugees. My parents were determined not to dwell on their losses, but instead to build new dreams. Within days of arriving in Toronto, my father went to the Law Society of Upper Canada to ask what tests he would need to take to become a lawyer. None, they said. Non-citizens could not be lawyers. Waiting the 5 years it took in those days to become a citizen was impossible. There was a family to feed. So he became an insurance agent for the next 20 years, happily. The moment I heard that story as a child about my father not being able to be a lawyer was the moment I decided to become one. I was 4 years old. I didn't have a clue what being a lawyer meant, but I was going to be what he couldn't be. But growing up, people told me girls weren't lawyers. Not so, said my parents. This is Canada. With hard work, anything is possible. My father died a month before I finished law school. He never lived to see his inspiration take flight in his daughter, or in his daughter's 2 sons, whom he never met, who also became lawyers. But he knew somehow it would turn out all right for his family because he was confident in Canada's generosity. My parents saw Canada as a country that respected their commitment to rebuilding a joyful family, respected their right to retain in demonstrable pride the religious identity that had attracted such brutality in Europe, and respected their hopes that life in Canada would provide peace, safety, and fairness. And how right they were. A few years ago, my mother gave me some of my father's papers from Germany. One of the most powerful documents I found was written by my father when he was head of our displaced persons camp in Stuttgart. It was his introduction of Eleanor Roosevelt when she came to visit our DP camp in 1948. He said, "We welcome you, Mrs. Roosevelt, as the representative of a great nation whose victorious army liberated the remnants of European Jewry from death and so highly contributed to their moral and physical rehabilitation. We shall never forget that aid rendered by the American people and army. We are not in a position of showing you many assets. The best we are able to produce are these few children. They alone are our fortune and our sole hope for the future." As one of those children, I am here to tell you that the gift of hope from my remarkably optimistic parents was the gift that kept right on giving through public and high school, through university, through marriage, through children and grandchildren, and through my entire and improbable career. Canada's triumphal triumvirate of opportunity, generosity, and idealism is Canada's best self. It is the Canada that let my family in, the Canada that took one generation's European horror story and turned it into another generation's Canadian fairy tale, and the Canada that took a life that started in a displaced persons camp in Germany and nurtured it all the way to the Supreme Court of Canada. It could not have happened anywhere else. I am so proud to be Canadian. Thank you. Thank you. My life started in a country where there had been no democracy, no rights, no justice. No one with this history does not feel lucky to be alive and free. No one with this history takes anything for granted. And no one with this history does not feel that we have a particular duty to wear our identities with pride and to promise our children that we will do everything humanly possible to keep the world safer for them than it was for their grandparents. A world where all children, regardless of race, color, religion, or gender, can wear their identities with dignity, pride, and in peace. Graduates, may all your and your family's hopes come true. And may Canada and the University of Saskatchewan continue always to produce magnificent, humane leaders like you. President Stoichev, thank you so much for the great honor of inviting me to graduate today with these wonderful, humane leaders. Good luck to all of you. I'll be cheering for you.
Thank you, Dr. Abella. Eminent Chancellor, President and Vice Chancellor Stoichev, members of the University Senate and Board of Governors, I present to you the petition of the Council of this university that the candidates to be named, having fulfilled all the requirements of the bylaws, may, with your permission, be admitted to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which they are entitled.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of the council of this university, I consent to admit you to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates to which you are entitled, and to vest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining thereto.
Would the graduates in the front row please rise and approach the platform? As you make your way forward, I'll let you know how this whole process is going to unfold. As you enter the stage, please stop and face the audience as your academic hood will be placed over your shoulders. Once you have been hooded, please proceed to the first podium, stop again, as the orator will present you by your name. Once your name has been announced, please proceed and be sure to stop and turn to face the Chancellor, as it is she who actually admits you to the Convocation of the University of Saskatchewan. You will continue across the platform to be greeted by the President and then Dean or representative of your college, and then to receive your parchment from them. A photo will be taken prior to exiting the stage, and then a photographer will also be backstage to take your photo, and I'm sure there'll be many, many more photos to come today as well. So with that, let us begin.
Thank you. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Dentistry, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the Certificate in Dental Assisting. I present to you Bryn Jean Babiak. McKenna Lynn Blevins. Remy Danielle Bush. My apologies, that was Remy Danielle Blay. Alyssa Nicole Bush. Sarah Burgess. Miguel Adrian Conti Clarete. Jed Loren Doctolero. Azalea Joyce Flamont. Rochelle Elan Gowdy. Ashlyn Mackenzie Hadland. Ashton Hansen. Shelby Page Hobbs. Alexandra Elizabeth Honecker. Chantel Jade Hounsel. Grace Teresa Solbeck. Madden Grace Kurlock. Christina Kokina. Charlie Marie Koblek. Jing Liu. April Gracie McLeod. Danielle Metz. Casey Michaela Mullinger. Alexandra Shea Nelson. Charlene Sharon Parker. Cordelia Ann Patton. Madison Maria Peters. Ali Megan Prebashewski. Bree Redpath. Emily Elizabeth Resch. Raven Brandy Rose. Erica May Santos. Kendall Lynn Semenoff. Madison Faith Shinkarek. Kaylee Dawn Stonehouse. Hannah Grace Thompson. Jada Ann Williams. Alyssa Rose Winshinsky. Humna Amjad Ali. Anne Bay. Erin Brianne Ball. Olivia May Meredith Boland. Rachel Louise Bramley. Kevin Julian Chan. Stanley Chen. Nadine Mohammed Ali Marie. Doa Ezuni. Eshoni. Thank you. Erin Elizabeth Gallagher. Deepa George. John Gergis. David Huang. David Hu. Samira Ibrahim. Renee Cassidy Ingram. Dana Kachab. Minju Kim. Sarah Esther Kowal. Shantara Alyssa Lerner. Justin Randall Lind. Abdul Fattah Masri. Ori Lua Okikiolo. Karishma Paresh Patel. Avner Fenn. Allison Ray Phillips. Jillian Leslie Phillips. Hamid Muhammad Rahman. Mariah Saunders. Christian James Schumacher. Fareed Sharifi. Shaylin Blaine Karen Standish. Caleb Riley Tyler. Neelan Mark Verma. Lizelle Verwey. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Law, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Juris Doctor. I present to you Salim Abu Kobi. Darcy Garth Allen. Afsune Amazadeh. Justin Eugenio Azavadeo. Gina Bay. Madeline Bates. Adam Fiorian Bendig. Tanzil Sadiq Badani. Amna Bibi. Morgan Kennedy Blythe. Jillian Vivian Borelman, with distinction. Reed Carey Boychuk. Bailey Alexandra Brewster, with distinction. Vojiri Otajiri. Kendra Otiji Brooks. Kennedy Alexander Buchanan. Paul Michael Cavan. Ainsley Brianna Shiverton. Alexander Douglas Clark. Wendy Ann Corden. Kyla Nicole Dolson. Danielle Angelina Daviduke. Larissa Christine Dewar. James Ryan Donaldson, with distinction. Matthew James Eisenbarth, with distinction. Jonathan Williams Evans. Alexandra Jonathan Furwerda. Brandon Forbister. Gabriela Francesca Fortunio. Grace Elise Gardner. Carly Gursky, with distinction. Joel Arjun Hacker. Ryan Hamiya. Nicholas Benjamin Hatch. Christopher Randall Hinchcliffe. Phoenix Maximilian Howe. Ibrahim Khan. Jeremy Clausen. Livia Clausen. Sophia Anastasia Lajimodir. Logan Russell Lang. Ralph Lang. Sylvan Ray Lang, with distinction. Thank you. Erin Allison Lashta. Kelsey Marie Yvette Like, with great distinction. Farah Flora Linklater. Anne Cecile Little. Darian Landre Lonechild. Susanna Doroto Lorak. Dana Ann Lucas, with distinction. Troy Mack, with distinction. Jessica McLean. Muhammad Ahmed Malik. Jocelyn Lucille Marquette, with distinction. Garhat Holt Mays. Liam Taylor McDonald, with great distinction. Graham Cadu McKenzie. Kaylin Angelique Marasti. Nathan Alexander Metivier, with distinction. Amy Nicole Miller, with great distinction. Bridget Barbara Morrison. All right. Preston John Roland Olson. Jacob Pasco. Hannah Lynn Pazlowski, with distinction. Thea Brianne Pierce. Tia Brianna Pierce. Tia Brianna Pierce. Third time lucky. Thank you. Levy Edgar Wiesner Perot. Tasia Presberg. Cassidy Joan Rath. Jean, sorry. Kyle Jonathan Reedy. Samuel Sayas Rezazadeh. Megan Chelsea Grace Ripplinger with distinction. Gabrielle Helene Robitaille with distinction. Sophia Marie Roth with great distinction. Rabia Saeed. And that was with distinction. Thank you. Serene Kaylin Saini with distinction. Adam Michael Santoro. Sadie Ann Schaefer. Ian Christopher Schatz with distinction. Taylor Emma Schlamp with distinction. Megan Leanne Shuchuk with distinction. Brandon Lee Smith. Matthew Curtis William Spears. Travis Brandon Spriggs. Christian Gerard St. Ange. Julia Yvonne Stonechild. Whitney Alana Teed with distinction. Jaden Peter Toth. Eric Ruel Turcotte with great distinction. Christopher Ronald Utegard. Cameron Leonard Walters. Lu Wang. David Thomas Werner with distinction. Up to Sweden. Emily Claire White. Lily Victoria Wiebe. Todd Douglas Yeremicio. Amanda Serenia Yeager. Jack Uwan with distinction.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the College of Law and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Laws. I present to you Ademola Adewuyi Adeyoju. Feyishola Blessing Akintoye. Brenda Kayi Yun. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Nursing, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing. I present to you Orishoye Abati. Farida Bello Abdul Kadir. Jessica Bryn Ackerman with distinction. Sarah Janae Ackerman with distinction. Tayofikat Adekorede Adeniran. Marcel Aguada. Peter Chris Aguada. Modukpiola Omolara Akpojabo. Leilani Almario. Kathleen Dawn Errand. Lyra Terry Ann Arnold. Jennifer Grace Arpon. Alison Janae Bates with great distinction. Maya Brianne Balza with distinction. Amber Christine Ban with distinction. Micah Demque Batel with distinction. Becky Lynn Bader with distinction. Shelby Wallace Bain with great distinction. Jenna Macy Bear. Samantha Dawn Bear. Dylan Curtis Beck with distinction. Keith Chasney Mekai Bermondes. Ravina Saini Bondi with distinction. Sarah Bingham. Stevie Rain Bird. Rianne Stacy Beckland. Marixa Blaye. David Olua Tobilola Jesugbemi Bolaji Joseph. Janelle Kathy Marie Bruno. Ashley Elizabeth Borisenko with great distinction. Haley Brost. Brianna Brown. Claudia Ann Bulat. Cherise Colin Kalakal. Nicole Ann Kalma. Renee Elise Dolores Chand. Caitlin Sarah Chenoff. Brock Colby Chason. Whitney Chu Gibson. Josiah Kleimenhager. Yuande Koka. Bryn Melanie Colby with distinction. Jessa Marie Colado. Whitney Brooke Constant. Julie Anna Copeland. Gregory Cousin. Carolyn Crawford. Apajok David. Jesse Ariel De Castro. Andrea Nicole Dibet. Jem Karen Del Rosario with distinction. Maria Angelica de la Cruz. Haley Delaney. Keisha Delaney. Princess Marielle de los Reyes. Paige DeMong. Jennifer Defco. Maria Divine. Jocelyn Dana. Nikki Melissa Dobell with distinction. Alana Jean Doyle. Lindsay Colleen Doig with great distinction. Aurora Alexandra Donaldson with distinction. Kennedy Jade Douglas. Muhammad Dustagier. Najiba Dustagier. Jelena Jocelyn Eifert. Erica Elek. Romisa Abu Elglad. Mark Daniel Elian with distinction. Chelsea Dawn Eka. Kaiser Fellstrom with distinction. Carly Fetch. Carly Ann Fieldbeck with distinction. Twinkle Lorraine Flores. Femi Francis. Ashlyn Lane Freilich. Carl Lemuel Gasman. Shelby Lynn Gibson. Catherine Emma Gabelhaus. Ashwinder Gill. Jasmine Gill with distinction. Michaela I. Glasscock. Nicole Marie Graham with distinction. Kaylee Nicole Grant with distinction. Molly Gray. Julia Groves. Angel Lou Guion. Anne Dominique Gurion. Whitney Nicole Harder. Ian Gabriel Galazar. Sarah Lorraine Margaret Hartley. Eileen Michelle Hernandez. Roseanne Valerie Hernando. Benjamin Hiscock. Marcy Heimer. Taylor Murray Ham. Matthew George Humphreys. Isabella Jade Highwin. Atrina Essa. Elena Evanishuk. Brooklyn Medley James. Kimberly Hasareno. Nate Mark Johnson. Ella Margaret Marie Jones with distinction. Sherilyn Anna Marie Jose Yuen. Alexandra Kalinoka. Camille Cater with distinction. Kirsten Kasieko. Jana Elizabeth Kasig. Tabitha Akan Balker. Michaela Kinnicon. Yuana Kin. Charmaine Clausen. Whitney Kletbag. Nancy Cranting. Emily Kostenak. Caitlin Krochak-Mark. Shayna Kulsiski. Manisha Kumari.
Hannah Lapuz. Michelle Louise Iris Lemery, with distinction. Emma Leslie Grace Langell. Wendy Ann Levesque, with great distinction. Kara Mackenzie Lees. Kasha Marta Linentude. Haley Brianna Loeffler, with distinction. Doris Lagrano. Ludwig Ray Nario Lucero. Lane Jordan Lucan, with distinction. Allison Marie McEachern. Dominic Torres Badlongawa, with great distinction. Shailene Magwood, with distinction. Kashina Rose Mahan. Hafsa Nasheen Majid, with great distinction. Ezekiel Maltu. Kyla Faye Martinez Mugnaser, with distinction. Anna Ray Marquardt. George Marie Barcenas Marquez. Sarah Annika Martin, with great distinction. Stephanie Ann Mason. Emma Maureen McCarthy. Brooke Mackenzie Fern McInnes. Ariana Lynn Gerard McLean. Sarah Myers. Tyson Laurie Myers. Ekior Dorde Maefa. Mellet Mislang. Tanis Moberly. Amal Abdi Mohammed. Jennifer Page Monet, with distinction. Alil Awan Moniru. Caitlin Erin Moody, with distinction. McKenna Miller. Kainat Yusuf Mohammed. Andrea Lorraine Murphy, with distinction. Brianne La Rochelle Murray. Arfa Musadak. Neela Myrutenko. Sarah Ann Nickel. Alyssa Diana Nielsen. Morgan J. Knott. Achioma Sharon Oji. Samuel Chibuwane Okereke. Nasibat Taluode Oluwafa. Paige Riley Onafraychuk. Amirali Ostad Mohammed Nazari. Victor Owoye. Logan Olivia Page. Madison Bessie Rose Pace. Francesca Micah Padilla Pasquale. Jessica Gail Marie Pasica. Catherine Jane Patswald, with distinction. Maya Jolie Petrini. Luke Leo Bones Piche. Shauna Ellie Piche. Catherine Aileen Pilsner. Kaylee Helen Pochopinski. Purya Purhaj. Rose Millen Principe. Minyu Chow. Kiara Marie Quinn. Labib Ramon. Lance Ryan Ramos. Raisa Rashid. Courtney Alexa Reinhardt. Ria Sarah Reggie. Julianne Jane Stephanie Banico Ramondi. Emily Glenna Reynolds. Colleen Pagio Rio Dike. Joshua John Leonard Riplinger. Miguel Carlos Panzo Rizal. Morgan Ray Rogel. Kelsey Marie Ruzick. Hannah Sandhu. Amanda Sandaluk. Princess Anne Peong Sassy. Carrie Lynn Schaefer. Abby Mackenzie Ray Shenstead, with distinction. Lara Marie Hsu. Abigail May Scott, with distinction. Morgan Taylor Semenuk. Sydney Emma Rose Seawright. Callie McKenna Sieben, with distinction. Lizzie Siguk. Dilraj Singh, with great distinction. Yulia Olehivna Skripnik. Mary Angelica Tatum Solomon. Kelly Rose Springer. Namitha Srikanthan. Reese Aaliyah Stacy. Shaylin Manning Alexis Steele. Tyson Kelvin Stewart, with distinction. Nike Pontilis Sudario. Belinda Ann Sylvester. Cassandra Ruth Taylor. Brittany Tessier. Shaylin Denise Tebow, with distinction. Gladys Thomas. Taryn John Topham, with great distinction. Lillian Elizabeth Sikera, with distinction. Prankul Tuteja, with great distinction. Kaylee Sienna Stephen Twardick. Alexandra Rose Underwood. Shaylin Dawn Unger. Kristen Ann Unruh. Charlie Claire Urban. Carl Verzosa Uwe, with great distinction. Olga Varga. Franz Serjon Caparas Veslinos. Amanda Bailey Vilhauer. Ariana Estelle Vlakis, with distinction. Yana Volashina. Jacob Aaron Wallace, with distinction. Stephanie Claire Wallen. Brianne Waltz. Shawnee Lynn Wason. Linnea Hope Weston, with distinction. Erin Ann Wilson. Ivan Whitmire. Kristen Stephanie Yacey. Paradise Yawari. Kendra Lee Young. Natasha Dene Zazula. Hezron Amine Zeramariam. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars from the College of Nursing and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Master of Nursing. I present to you Oluwatobi Abiodun Ajayi. Tara Ashley Carrier. Jody Lynn Collier. Naditsa Dukowski. Joy Deal. Stephen Michael Hall. Mary Therese Harrison. Shannon Lee Hislop. Hilary Florence McIsaac. Rebecca Ray Olney. Taylor Alyssa Peru. Ladies and gentlemen, it is customary at the University of Saskatchewan that after being admitted to their degree, our PhD graduates will be met by their supervisor and escorted to join the platform party in a symbolic welcome to a global community of scholars. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculty of the College of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies, I present to you these scholars and ask that you will confer on them the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. I present to you Olufumilola Lola Wally Ayotunde. Pamela Marie Ann Farthing. Abukari Kwame. Solomon Kasha Macharo. Heather Joyce Nelson. Irene Alice Ostapowicz. Laura Elizabeth Vogelsang. Amy Zarzechny. Please join me in congratulating these graduates on their certificates and degrees.
Eminent Chancellor, in the name of the Council, I ask you to grant the degrees, diplomas, and certificates in absentia to those students who have met the requirements to graduate, but were not able to be present today.
At the request of the faculties, I authorize these degrees, diplomas, and certificates to be granted.
To present the W.S. Lindsay Gold Medal in Nursing Award, I'd like to now invite the Dean of the College of Nursing, Selena Richter, to the podium.
Eminent Chancellor, President Stroyshev, honored guests, alumni, faculty, students, family, and friends. Today, I'm pleased to announce Mr. Dilraj Singh as the most distinguished 2023 graduate of the College of Nursing. In honor of this significant achievement, Dilraj was the recipient of the W.S. Lindsay Gold Medal in Nursing and the University Prize in Nursing. Dilraj was born and raised in India. Almost 9 years ago, he left his country to come to Canada as an international student. After spending 2 years in British Columbia, he decided to move to Saskatchewan. He says the friendly community, beautiful scenery, and the strong support network have made Saskatoon a great place for him to pursue his Bachelor of Science in Nursing and now to start his career as a registered nurse. Throughout his studies, Dilraj demonstrated high academic achievements and practiced exceptional clinical nursing skills. He's described as an insightful and engaged student, one who always sought excellence in his studies. Dilraj wanted to become a registered nurse because of his love of pathophysiology and lifelong learning. He wanted to do something valuable and meaningful. And when he met a few USask nursing alumni, he felt nursing was the right career for him. I have to mention, he's already challenged and passed his national nursing license exam. And will be working in the cardiology unit at the Royal University Hospital. He looks forward to empowering patients by providing education and advocating on their behalf so they can reach their full potential for a healthy life. Eventually, Dilraj would like to return to school to complete a graduate studies in nursing. Today, Dilraj graduated with great distinction and as the most distinguished nursing graduate of the spring class of 2023. We are incredibly proud to have him as part of the profession of nursing and wish him all the very best for the future. Congratulations, Dilraj.
We're all proud of you. To present the Law Society of Saskatchewan Gold Medal, I'd like to now invite the Dean of the College of Law, Martin Phillipson, to the podium.
Eminent Chancellor, President Stoichev, Dr. Abella, it's my great pleasure to present the Law Society of Saskatchewan Gold Medal for the most distinguished graduate in law to Sophia Roth. Before coming to the College of Law, Sophia had completed a BSc and an MSc in chemistry from the University of Calgary, but the law came calling. Sophia follows in the footsteps of her father, Bernard, who is also a gold medalist from the College of Law. But I would like to point out very clearly that in a flagrant breach of the Privacy Act, If there's any arguments around the Roth dinner table as to who was the greatest gold medalist, Sophia's GPA was significantly higher. Sorry, Bernie. Obviously, there's no such thing as a bad gold medalist. Everybody has an outstanding academic record. But a couple of things I want to mention about Sophia. Her academic record was really quite extraordinary. When you can graduate from law school with an average grade of more than an A in every single class that you took, which is absolutely extraordinary. And it's the quality of the performances as well. We were fortunate this year to have one of Canada's leading commercial lawyers teaching a class. He's been practicing for 40 years. He's a leader in his field. And when we discussed Sophia's performance in his exam, when he gave her a near perfect score, which is absolutely almost impossible in law, he answered, "I could not have written that answer." I think that tells you everything you need to know about Sophia's academic ability. But married to that, Sophia is a humble, hardworking, generous individual. And for those reasons, too, I can't think of a more deserving student from the class of 2023 for the Law Society of Saskatchewan Gold Medal. So, Sophia, congratulations.
I'd like to now invite our Vice President, University Relations, Cheryl Hamlin, to the podium to introduce a video message from our alumni.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Julian. I am so incredibly honored to be with you this afternoon. And as an alumna of this wonderful university, I couldn't be more proud on behalf of the University of Saskatchewan to welcome you into the alumni family. Every time you look at the parchment in your hands, I hope it serves as a reminder of the countless hours that you've dedicated toward receiving it. And I hope you also think of all the wonderful cheerleaders and people, families, loved ones that have helped you on your journey today. Your degree is a culmination of your years of hard work, years that have prepared you for a lifetime of success. Congratulations. With your degree in hand, you join our ever-growing alumni family, more than 170,000 USask graduates worldwide living in over 150 countries. I'm very proud today to show you a brand new and very energetic video that we've produced as a welcome from the University of Saskatchewan to you, the newest members of the alumni community. We couldn't be prouder to have you join this esteemed group, and we couldn't be more excited to see how you will take your university experience to new heights and how you will be what the world needs. Thank you.
Well, what an afternoon. To end the proceedings today, I'd like to invite our eminent Chancellor to provide her concluding remarks.
Vice President Hamlin, love that new video. That's awesome. This brings our convocation ceremony to a close. Dr. Abella, I have never, ever been so moved by a convocation address. I think I can say that the University of Saskatchewan loves you. I would like to thank a number of people, our vocalists, Fallon Baptiste and Brandy Turand, our wonderful drum group, the Buffalo Boys, our elders and knowledge keepers, and the members of the Convocation Planning Team and Governance Office for their dedication to making these ceremonies a success. Finally, now, to you, the graduates. You have studied diligently to earn your degree, diploma, or certificate, and I wish you continued success throughout your lives, both personally and professionally. Congratulations. It is my hope that thanks to your precious experience here, your education has prepared you to meet some important challenges: how to heal and nurture the human spirit, how to be creative and help transform people's perspectives, how to protect human rights, how to write a poem that explains the feeling of loss or joy, how to engineer shelter for humanity, how to deploy capital to produce and market innovation and create opportunity for others, how to ensure that agriculture production feeds the world, or in summary, how to design and work for a just society. Earning your parchment is a new road to opportunity and adventure. The education you have received from this university has prepared you to meet these challenges. The world needs you. Follow your heart, be ambitious, be kind. This will lead you to your true passion. That is our wish for each graduate of the University of Saskatchewan. Never forget this institution. Your degree is a coveted passport. May all your dreams come true. And as Dr. Seuss would say, yay, you. In closing, I ask that you remain at your seats until the platform party has left the stage. Enjoy the rest of your day.